It's time for NRCS Partyline today for your Thursday, October 30th, 2014. We've got, clouds, a lot of clouds. 39 is our current temp. NRCS Partyline today brought to you by Albany Area Hospital with clinics in Albany and Avon. Also brought to you by Wimmer Opticians of St. Cloud and Atlas Chiropractic, also of St. Cloud. On this Thursday, we welcome to the studio the Dirt Boys. Dennis Fuchs, administrator with the Stearns County Soil and Water Conservation District, and also Dave Rose, district conservationist with the Natural Resources Conservation Service. Gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning, Brad.
Good morning.
How are things on this Thursday?
Awesome.
It's lovely.
What are you going to dress up for Halloween?
I think I'm going to be a dirt clod.
I think I'll be Jake, the State Farm guy.
Jake, the State, who gets a call in the middle of the night, or he's calling somebody in the middle of the night. Is that the deal?
Although my favorite one, though, would be Mayhem.
Mayhem. Oh, the guy that does destructive stuff. And yes.
That would be great.
You're already halfway there with your costume.
I know.
With your little hand.
All I need is a little Band-Aid on the forehead.
A little Band-Aid, a little red makeup.
That's right.
Messed up hair.
Yep.
For the people that can't see Dave, he's got his hand in a brace because he overexerted it.
Yeah,
during a bar fight. No.
Wow, that sounds so impressive. A little more mundane. Home plumbing.
You're drinking some milk one day.
Yeah.
And the glass was too heavy.
I tweaked it to that 8 ounces of milk. Yeah.
No, it was a plumbing accident, you said?
Yeah, just trying to loosen up stuff. So, anyway.
Are you naturally left-handed? Is that the deal?
Thank God.
You're unnaturally left-handed.
Yeah, that was the problem.
Is that the
deal? All I had to do it left-handed and see what happened.
See, and then you blamed your wife. See, now look what you made me do.
Yeah, that's right. Now I can't do anything around the house for a while. It could have been by design.
Yeah, plan. All right.
Oh, I'm hurt.
Dennis, glad to see you're nice and healthy.
Yeah, I'm
no injuries.
Good. No injuries. Feeling great.
Good.
Looking forward to doing radio.
Well, you've been celebrating lately, haven't you?
Yeah, we actually have been. We just had our 65-year anniversary this week for the Stearns County Soil Water Conservation District. We actually were established October 28th, 1949. Isn't that amazing?
Oh. That would be 65 years.
Yeah, that's been a while ago.
That's a long time.
Math is really good.
Thanks. Even though you just said it was 65
I know.
Okay.
That is a long time of busting the hump, getting some conservation on the ground.
So how did the organization evolve from then to now?
Yeah, well, let me just give you a little history, if that's all right with you, Brad.
I love history.
Okay.
I'm lying, but I love it.
It was back in 1937. Oh, it's hard to focus with you, Brad.
Sorry. I'm distracting all the time.
It was back in 1937 when Franklin Roosevelt, the president at the time, wrote each of the governors of the states and said, you really should work on establishing a local soil water conservation district. Establish some enabling state statute that would allow your state to do this. And the reason behind that is a lot of folks don't want to have Washington, D.C. tell us what to do. We have our local priorities and our local concerns, and they don't know what's best for Stearns County. So as that was going on, and of course the Dust Bowl was going on at the same time during the 30s, and it was after that that Stearns, or Minnesota actually approved the soil water conservation districts to be established in the state of Minnesota. And it was in October 28, 1949, that we had our first board created, which included our first SWCD Board of Supervisors included Sylvester Rademacher, Matt Stang, Ben Spohn, Al Wilecko, and Joe Kunkel. And that was our board back in 1950, which there's a lot of Stearns County names.
Yeah, those names are familiar, yeah.
So
Absolutely.
When we started, there was a lot of conservation education, a lot of irrigation was just coming in at the Bonanza Valley. We spent a lot of time doing contour strips, contour planting, and that type of thing. A lot of erosion control. And then through the 80s into the 90s into current, we've kind of been moving more into animal waste management systems, helping farmers prevent feedlot runoff from entering our surface waters. And now we're not only doing that, we're going back to erosion control and doing a lot more with our farmers. You know, like we talked this spring when we have a 1,000-year storm event, and 4.6 inches in 1 hour, we get a lot of soil moving.
Yeah, and like Dennis says, we're not necessarily changing what we work on. It's more of an expansion. We're working on more things. So while erosion control was a big deal for a lot of years, expanded into water quality stuff, which the ag waste work certainly had that, and we just keep that expanding that circle of what we can address.
And along with ag waste, the whole comprehensive nutrient management planning, recognizing the value of that manure, applying it at the right amount, and incorporating it as quickly as you can to maximize the value of those nutrients. I mean, that's all stuff that really has increased the last 20, 30 years. And there's other things that we've been working on. Dave's going to talk a little bit about pollinators, trying to provide sufficient wildlife habitat, wildlife habitat cover, and pollinator habitat for bees is extremely important. And USDA's got a whole new initiative on that. And we gave a presentation to our county board a couple weeks ago, and talked about some of the new stresses on the system, which includes increased rainfall intensity earlier in the season. We're getting less time for farmers to get out in the field in the spring. We've got more monoculture out there. We got a lot more row crops, less perennials on the landscape. We're draining more marginal areas to get them into row crop production. So we just got a lot of these stresses on the system, which makes us even more difficult to protect our natural resources.
But wait, what came first? The SWCD or the NRCS, or how did you come together locally?
And that's a very good question.
Yeah.
The NRCS used to be the Soil Conservation Service, and our agency was established in 1935.
Oh, that's before 19.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're coming up next year on our 80th anniversary as an agency.
So
we've been around a while, but not necessarily everywhere. In Stearns County, that was the enabling legislation that Dennis was mentioning. Those statutes establishing a soil and water conservation district allowed our agency that was our conduit to work in the local area. So SCS wasn't here until the Stearns County SWCD was established, and we were invited to assist. That was our conduit. The districts were the way we could have a conduit to work with the private landowners in the local area.
And you've been married ever since.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's a happy one, too.
Yeah, I would definitely say it is. And it's all about partnerships and having NRCS provide some of that technical leadership. And then locally, we also provide technical leadership because we're learning from NRCS. And then also we, along with our partners in the county, identify what are priority resource concerns. Right. And in Stearns County, we have the comprehensive local water management plan. And the priority concerns for Stearns County include urban development, impaired waters, and source water protection. Those are the three priority concerns. And a lot of the work that we do is directly tied to that comprehensive local water management plan.
Because soil and water is a natural resource.
Oh,
yeah.
You're catching on. That's right.
Okay.
And we've mentioned it before when we've been here, is that when folks walk in the door to our office, it shouldn't matter who they're there to see. They might be visiting. Somebody will help them. And they may not have a clue that it's an SWCD employee or an NRCS employee.
Right.
The idea is when they walk in, no matter who they talk to, they're able to get some assistance for what their concerns are on their property. And that's the way we've been doing it for many, many, many years.
So then why not just come together and make it one big happy family? Still, you need that distinction?
There are still some very important reasons to keep the distinct identities as they are.
Because you kind of cross-check each other, right?
Well, yep. And we do. We help each other. I mean, we learn from the district as well as the district folks learn from us, and that's a good part of the partnership there too. And I think we've taken it upon ourselves to do what we can to lead the conservation effort, not just in Stearns County, but also being examples for elsewhere around the state and maybe even larger than that.
Well, the other thing is locally we have the ability to influence federal policy. Right. Through our board of elected officials, staff, and interested farmers. We can initiate change in the Farm Bill, whereas Dave, that's his job. When the Farm Bill says you need to do this is what you do. Right. No questions asked. Get
no
it done.
lobbying by me.
Right. And so we're disappointed that the Farm Bill doesn't require a farmer to do this or doesn't provide them this benefit. Through our SWCD board, we can really initiate some change at the federal level, from the locals all the way up to Washington, D.C., which is a great partnership. And, when NRCS sets a policy, Dave needs to go and get it done. We can't have Dave say, no, I don't want to do that because I don't think it's a good idea. No, it's got to be done.
I'd be looking for work.
Yeah. Tell you what, let's take a break and we'll be back and talk more about
I can't
other
wait.
stuff.
Hurry up.
Oh, my goodness. That's Dennis and Dave right here with us. We've got some news information, as I was trying to say. News, weather, markets coming up, and then more answers. Partyline. It's KASM Albany, 1150 AM, KDDJ Albany, 105.5 HD2 News Time.